after the anthem, right?
You want to jump on? Jump on.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sussex County Community College EDTV Channel 20's presentation of men's college basketball here at the campus of Sussex County Community College. Tonight we featured the Sussex County men's Scounders taking on Penn State Worthington Scranton, coming with a record of 0-1 for the men's Scounders. This is their home opener and their season opener as well, as we get ready to tip it off, and we're underway here at the campus of Sussex County Community College. Penn State, Scranton, Worthington Scranton with it. Inside, nice turnaround jumper goes down for Aslan Dixon. The 6'3" forward, 2-0 Penn State Worthington Scranton. Pressure put on by Penn State here early, and trying to push it up the floor for Sussex is Max Sweet, and he is bumped and fouled, so it'll be Sussex ball underneath. I'm going to bring my colored commentator now, Alex. Alex, what do you think of Sussex this year?
It looks like they have a lot of size this year, and they look to be really hard out of the gate, and they have a lot of good players so far, it seems.
Shakira Alexander answering for the Skylanders with the easy putback underneath. 2-2 our score. Nice defensive play by the Skylanders. Max Sweet with it. Or pardon me, that was Carlos Garcia, rather. And throwing it away is Tompkins on the other end in transition. Up and in and good is Kwame Simmons for Penn State Worthington Scranton. We'll give you the starting lineups for both teams in a moment. Carlos Garcia working with it, deflected out of bounds by Shane Latin. And let's give you the Penn State Worthington Scranton starting lineup. At forward, number 23, DJ Davis. Also in the front court, number 5, Haslin Dixon. And in the guard position, John Devine. Number 3, Shane Lethand. Forward, number 10, Kwame Simmons. And a turnover for Sussex. And slowing it down is Simmons. So we'll get the offense going. A 2-3 zone shown here by Penn State here early in the first half. 4-2 Penn State leads, and a 5-second call against Penn State, and John Devine not in agreement with the call. So to go back to Sussex, trailing 4-2, 18:03 remaining, first half. Carlos Garcia gets it in to Shakir Alexander. A disappointing year for the Scoundrels last year, coming off a 3-24 record. And Alex, as you mentioned, a lot of size and a lot of athleticism on this team. And Alexander trying to go up and unable to get it to go, gets his own rebound. Alex, what do you think of the Sussex team so far, just looking at them and their athletic build on the court?
They look like they came out playing hard. They look like they want to try to win the home opener in front of the home fans. And they look like they're trying to make a good start to the season and make an impression on the conference.
Absolutely. Loose ball underneath. And it's going to be last touch off Penn State, and it'll be staying with Sussex. So let's give you the Skylanders starting lineup. At guard, number 0, Shakir Alexander. At forward, number 21, Skylar Dorney. At guard, number 12, Carlos Garcia. Also in the backcourt, number 2, Max Sweet. Shot no good. And also at the guard position, number 15, Craig Tompkins. And laying it up and in transition for Penn State is Shane Lethand. And it's a 6-2 Penn State lead, their largest lead. Here 3 minutes in this first half. Alexander kicks it out to Tompkins. Tompkins dishes to Garcia. Ball in the corner, 3 no good. Loose ball picked up by Sussex. Garcia, I believe, was the man who picked it up, and he dishes to Tompkins, who lays it up and in. And it's now 6-4 Penn State. Alex, so far, great enthusiasm and great play on the defensive end by Sussex, and we have another Penn State turnover.
Yeah, they're really coming out playing hard. They just got to be a little more quicker to get back on the transition. Penn State's beat them down the court a couple times.
Absolutely, we just saw that. The last bucket scored by Penn State was a transition bucket, and I'm sure Randy Jackson would like to have that tightened up. But the offensive rebounding by Sussex, very good, and swatted out of there. DJ Davis, the forward, knocking it out of bounds. And Sussex will retain an inbound underneath. Penn State, Worthington Scranton coming off a 12-13 year. A young team again this year, only 4 sophomores. But Alex, this team so far playing like a well-oiled machine thus far.
They look very experienced out of the gate. They don't look like underclassmen at all.
And a nice defensive play by Davis, but Penn State unable to get it going on the offensive end, and will stay here with Sussex. Tompkins gives it up, and the 3 drained from the right wing, and that's Max Sweet. Sussex has their first lead of the game, 7-6, and trying to get something going. Well, Penn State trying to get something going offensively in transition, and there's again, Alex, you mentioned that transition defense by Sussex has to get tightened up.
Yes.
Sussex fortunate that Penn State turns it over. And Sussex looks to expand on their 1-point lead. 15:40 remaining. First half. Unable to get the layup to go is Garcia. Penn State with it moving in transition. That's Devine. Devine kicks it out. 3 by Simmons. No good. Loose ball in the paint. Put back is good by Dixon. And
nice offensive rebound there.
And Penn State takes the 8-7 lead. Dixon was wide open in the paint. No one boxing him out. Again,
Sussex got to get bodies on people in the paint.
Absolutely, and Penn State certainly with a couple big guys. You look at number 23, DJ Davis, 6'4", 205. And we have early substitutions here for Sussex, our first subs of the game. Carlos Garcia will exit. And entering is Kenneth Davis, the 6-foot forward out of Montague, New Jersey. Max Sweet with it on the right side. Off the window, no good. Nice
rebound by Sussex.
Nice tip out there by
another offensive board.
Tompkins. Sussex just unable to get it to go down, and Penn State here in transition. Nice finish by Simmons. And Penn State with a 10-7 lead. Penn State with this pressure being applied here early. We'll see if this wears down the Sussex offense or if the Penn State defense can withstand the full court press. Poked away.
Another nice play in transition by Penn State.
Dixon lays it up and in for the uncontested 2, and it's a 5-point Penn State lead. Shakir Alexander, sophomore, looking to get something going here for the Skylanders. Pulls it back out. Dishes it to Sweet. Sweet gives to Davis.
Interior pass there.
Alexander goes up, has it swatted out of there by Letton. And we have subs coming out for both teams. We'll take another look at that defensive play by Lettons.
Nice interior defense by Penn State.
Catch and release 3, no good. Loose ball, secured by Penn State. Thought about the 3 was Cannon, no good. Loose ball, rebound, fadeaway J, no good. Putback is, however.
Penn State dominating the offensive boards here early going.
And DJ Davis, they haven't had an answer for him on either end of the floor. And another steal. Body hits the deck, no call. Offensive foul to charge.
Nice play to get position there by Sussex.
Subs coming on. So the charge against Penn State. Their third team foul with 13 and a half remaining. First half, 14-7. Penn State leads. Sweeney with it. Sweeney, nice feed inside to Jordan Wright. Jordan Wright separated his shoulder earlier this week. He's back in action coming off the bench.
Nice ball move by Sussex.
Corner 3, no good. Loose ball again. Picked up by Penn State, and Penn State in transition. The floater, no good. Tipped out. Rebounded by the Skylanders. Pull up pop from the left elbow. No good. And Penn State again with it here. Another loose ball and another rebound. A wide open jumper, got it off the glass.
Another transition score for Penn State.
And that's been the Achilles heel for Sussex thus far. As we approach the 7.5 minute mark elapsed here in this first half. And Sussex has not had an answer for Penn State on the offensive glass or in the transition defense. And a whistle and a foul against Penn State. That's the 4th team foul against Penn State. .12:29 remaining. First half. So it'll be a shooting foul. Heading to the line. Devin Sweeney makes the first. Subs coming on. Carlos Garcia checking back in. As well as Max Sweet. Craig Tompkins will head to the bench for the Skylanders. Sweeney 1 of 2, offensive rebounds, and an offensive foul. Foul against Kenneth Davis. And John Devine checking back in for Penn State. So it'll be Penn State ball underneath. And they're going to have Kwame Simmons inbound it. Gets it into Devine.
Nice full court press here by Sussex.
Sussex trying to beat Penn State at their own game with the full court pressure.
Get a couple turnovers.
Absolutely, why not? You're down by 8, and you've not had a answer for the Penn State transition offense, trying to slow them down.
Your pass there.
Beautiful, but just unable to get it to go is Dixon, and an outlet pass of Sussex. Trying to take the charge, going around it. Nice move, but unable to finish.
A 3-on-1 here.
Is Sweeney, and 3-on-1 indeed. Unable to finish again is Penn State.
Offensive rebound. Comes away empty again for Penn State.
Sussex with it now. It's Garcia. He'll slow it back down. A poor pass and intercepted by John Devine. Devine unselfishly gives it up, unable to hit.
Another offense.
And Sussex has been unable to box out Penn State.
Sussex dodging a lot of bullets on these missed layups by Penn State.
Absolutely. You look at it, could be a 25 points for...
Easily.
25 points for Penn State, and then Sussex just has to be fortunate to be down by just 8. And they've committed their second team foul. Foul against Devin Sweeney. And hitting the first is Kwame Simmons. And checking back in for the Skylanders is Shakir Alexander, the sophomore. It's 1 of 2, rebounded.
Another offensive rebound. Nice ball movement by Penn State.
Again by Davis. He gave it up to Dixon. 17-8 our score, 11:28 remaining. We have a foul going against Sussex. Or pardon me, a carry. Nine-point Penn State lead, 11:25 remaining, first half. Penn State has had their way with Sussex thus far in the offensive, in the transition offense, and on the glass. Alexander trying to get something going, pulls it back out. Drives baseline, able to get it to go off the glass.
Nice move there in the corner.
And a timeout by Penn State. Worthington Scranton, 11:02 remaining. First half, and we'll take another look at the Alexander layup.
Sussex finally getting something going in
transition. Absolutely, and you know what? Sussex getting beat in transition. They're going to beat Penn State at their own game.
Yes. And
you force Penn State to take a timeout here. 11:02, regroup. The scoreboard reads 17-8, but I believe it's 17-10 after the Alexander bucket.
Yes.
So Penn State, Worthington, Scranton, typically not on the schedule for the Sussex Skylanders, and one of Penn State's satellite campuses over in Scranton. And there's the Alexander layup.
Nice move on the defender there for easy 2.
Absolutely dry baseline. And that's what Sussex is going to have to do, trying to have to get something going, be smooth with the ball.
Limit the transition points by Penn State.
And the Sussex coaches checking at the scores table about the Alexander bucket. I believe it's 17-10, if I'm not mistaken. It should be. However, the scoreboard reads 17-8 with 11:02 remaining first half. And we have a technical foul, I believe was called on Penn State. So Devin Sweeney at the line, missing the first. This is them both. So it'll be Penn State ball after the free throws. And then we have another stoppage of play. A lot of confusion going on here at Sussex.
Yeah.
On all ends. Now it's down to reach 17-10, so they counted the Alexander bucket, and the technical foul was called for an unknown reason. We'll work on getting that information passed on to you. But it's 17-10 inside 11 minutes remaining first half. Penn State
Long three.
by 7, now 10. A nice three from the left wing, drained by Nelson Jackson. And now the scoreboard reads 20-11. So we'll go with that. 9-point Penn State lead. Pull up pop. Mid-range J, no good. And another rebound by DJ Davis. He is eating up the glass on both ends. Working right side is Simmons.
Long shot.
Long three. No good by Jackson. And it'll be going up to Sussex. This was a Sussex team last year that they struggled with size as well. Seth Cott was their biggest player last year, and Seth, a sophomore last year, graduated. Randy Jackson, and a whistle and a foul. Pretty much gutted the entire system and revamped it.
A lot of new faces.
A lot of new faces. Talking to Randon in the offseason, saying he went down to the Hudson County area. Recruited heavily in Jersey City, Hoboken, in that area, and Patterson, and getting in Newark and getting a bunch of kids.
Hopefully bring a spark to the Sussex team this
Absolutely,
year.
and he said, and you know, you look at the rosters: Great Meadows, Patterson, East Orange, Newark, West Milford.
Nice
Union.
follow there by Sussex.
And have the lead down to 7 with just past the 10-minute mark here in the first half. So you got faces and players all over the map of the state of New Jersey, and a quick answer there for Penn State. And the last touch off Penn State. Nelson Jackson. Penn State got a piece of that. So it'll stay with Sussex. Alexander with it. Up the left side. Key possession here for Sussex.
Definitely want to come out of here with some points.
Absolutely.
For Sussex.
Down by 9 with 9.5 remaining. The last thing he wanted to do was turn it over. And a very heads-up play there by DJ Davis to throw it off. Jordan Wright.
Penn State slowing it down a little bit.
Something we've not seen thus far here in the early going. Off the screen, Simmons. Simmons working on Wright. Simmons gives it up. Driving baseline, they kick it back out to Davis. Davis on the inside.
Interior pass.
Beautiful find and feed. And laying it up and in is Haslin Dixon. Alexander. A little shake and bake pass deflected in the lane. Loose ball. Last touch off Penn State, staying with Sussex. Hitting the deck.
A lot of nice hustle plays from Penn State today.
Absolutely, and I believe DJ Davis was the player who got a piece of that. Unable to tell from the replay, and ball comes back court to get it in. Campbell with it. Nice feed to Jordan Wright. Nice up and under.
Sussex.
Jordan Wright able to do the rest. The lead back down to 9. Davis.
Nice pass behind the back by Davis.
Davis with it. Triple teamed. And he'll go to the line for 2. Nearly made it and won.
He's been carrying most of the offensive load for Penn State.
Absolutely. And Sussex has not had an answer for him thus far. Sussex's biggest guy is Skylar Dorney and Jordan Wright. Jordan Wright, who's coming off a separated shoulder injury earlier in the week. It's both coming listed at 6'4". So subs for Penn State. Kwame Simmons will exit. No
Another
good.
Offensive rebound by Penn State.
Absolutely, and a long three off the mark. Unable to hit was Leddens. Alexander with the outlet pass, last touch off Penn State. Pass intended for Max Sweet, whistle, and more substitutions for Penn State. Sweet with it in the corner. Dribble drive, kicks it back out, long three. Garcia off the mark. Nice hustle play by Garcia, unable to get. And now a 5-on-4 developing for Penn State, and right down the lane and laying it up and in is Dixon.
Down the lane.
Absolutely, Garcia making a nice play on the offense, a nice hustle play on the offensive end, but hurting them in Sussex in the defensive end. That Sussex defense, though, Alex, just caught sleeping, just caught standing there watching.
A couple times get caught flat-footed.
Absolutely, Haslin Dixon just slicing up that Sussex counter defense, and another turnover for Sussex.
Penn State's come out with a lot of energy in this first half. I like what I've been seeing.
Absolutely, Penn State Worthington Scranton 0-1 on the year. They called Randy Jackson, the head coach of Sussex, in the offseason trying to get a non-conference game. Whistle, loose ball, and a foul. And they're going to get Max Sweet with the body. So it'll be Penn State here on the near side and in the backcourt. So Penn State called Sussex trying to get a non-conference game. And they wanted to... Sussex already had their first two regular season games scheduled to be opened up on the road. And Randy Jackson agreed to play Penn State.
Nice early test for Sussex.
Absolutely, and just on one condition, that he would have a home and home, and this year he wanted to be the home team.
A long shot by Penn State.
Long shot, no good, and a rebound by Campbell. Outlet pass, nice feed. Oh, and a little too far, and trying to make one extra pass, trying to get it to Dorney, unable to do so.
No.
And Penn State throws it right away back on the other end. So Randy Jackson and Penn State Worthington Scranton. The Scounders and the Penn State Nittany Lions of Worthington Scranton could hook up next year as well, except this game will be played at Penn State Worthington Scranton's campus. Loose ball.
Nice hustle play there by Sussex.
Staying with Sussex with 6:53 remaining here in the first half. And also ended up at Raritan Valley was another team that Sussex was going to open up against. They were unable to use their facility, so Randy Jackson actually ends up where he thought two of his first three games were going to be on the road. Two of his three ends up being at home this year. So Randy lucked out, and he's certainly not going to argue over an extra home game. Alexander.
Nice drive there by Sussex.
Able to finish and cut the lead to 10. As we approach the 6.5-minute mark, pull up, pop from the free throw line, no good. Rebounded by Penn State. And a nice defensive play, swatted out of there by Tompkins, and slowing it down is Max Sweet. Sweet gives it up. They give it to Alexander. Alexander double team, finds the open man, short mid-range pop, no good from Dorney. Loose ball going
back to Penn State.
Going back to Penn State indeed. .6:13 remaining, 27-17, Penn State. Let in with it, drives, kicks it back out. Davis, no good. One of the few times he's missed on the evening. Alexander slows it up. Gives it to Campbell for three, no good.
Another defensive rebound by Penn State.
Sussex has not been able to out-rebound. That's one thing Randy Jackson, you came out, we looked at Sussex warming up, and even in the preseason, Randy admitted, not as much size this year. He didn't have much size last year. Very guard-oriented team. But when you get a couple guys that are 6 foot, you take a look at the roster. I have 6'1", 6'3", 6'4", another 6'3".
Very impressive rebounding by Penn State.
Absolutely, and it's going to be tough to contend with that. And when you only have a handful of guys, 3 or 4 guys on the Sussex roster that are 6 foot or more, and only a couple are starting, your offense, your team is at a severe disadvantage as far as size is concerned. So missing both of Penn State, and a rebound Picked up by Max Sweet.
Sussex trying to cut this to single digits. A little under 5 remaining. And he does with a 3.
And a 3 nailed by Sweet. The lead is 7. And a blocking foul against Sussex. DJ Davis at a line for 2. And a new addition here at the junior college level. You see that little semicircle underneath the basket, a restricted area implemented this year at the junior college level. Davis rattles home the first. 5:12 remaining, first half, 8 points. Penn State lead, 16 fouls on Sussex. The next one will put Penn State in the bonus. 5 against Penn State, so they will have a foul to give in the remaining 5:12 of this opening half. So one more free throw coming here for DJ Davis, the 6'4" forward out of Georgetown, Delaware. He makes the second. Sweet, couple crossover dribbles, drive left side, throws it up. Unable to get it to go, and a rebound by Penn State. And they're looking to push. Letton gives it up. Long 2, rattles home.
Nice jumper by Penn State there.
31-20 our score. Alexander gives it up. Getting it to go.
Sussex coming right back.
Is Max Sweet, and that's what, you look at it and you see Sussex, they seem to thrive in the run and gun style. A very guard-oriented team, a team that's maybe not set up that much for the half court.
A lot of speed on their team.
Absolutely, and you figure, if you can get it to run and gun. Sussex, if Sussex can get out and run, you got to feel they can run down you can wear down the big guys. This game goes later.
Another turnover by Sussex.
You're not going to be able to do it with turnovers. Penn State gets it to go, no foul called. 33-22.
Back to a 10-point lead.
Penn State. 4 minutes remaining first half. Alexander with it. Long 2, toe on the line. And an air ball and another rebound by Penn State, and they're looking to push.
Sussex can't afford those empty possessions anymore.
Absolutely, and he came up empty, not able to get anything on that. Put back good.
Sussex can't get anything on the offensive boards.
Unable to get anything going, no box out. And the 3-man press put on by Penn State. And Sussex unable to get it up the floor, going up, and no call is Dorney. He thought he was fouled. No call coming, he gets back on defense. Davis lost it, throws it, keeps it alive, and Max Sweet with it for Sussex. 1-on-1, hitting the deck as the Penn State defender, no call. As Simmons hit the deck for Penn State, trying to get the charge, none coming. And it's 35-24, and another timeout called by Penn State. So the lead's 11 with 3:03 remaining here in this first half.
Sussex has shown some life towards the second half of the first half.
Absolutely, Alex. And if you feel like you can get within,
single digits before the half.
Absolutely, it's a victory in itself. And Randy Jackson going up against a much bigger team, certainly in Penn State, Worthington, Scranton. I mean, if you can come away, give yourself a chance, give a nice 3, another 4, 5-0 run.
Get some confidence going into the locker room.
Absolutely, another 5-0 run before halftime could do wonders for such a young team that Randy Jackson has put together here at Sussex. So as we mentioned, an 11-point Penn State lead. Sussex, though, this team was a 3-24 team last year, and certainly you come in with another young team, but again, certainly more athleticism on this team than what they had a year ago.
A lot more speed.
And speed kills. You can't teach speed, and if you can, and this is a very deep team. You look at this team, Randy Jackson is 2 to 3 deep at just about every position. He can dress 16 here at the junior college level. Penn State with it coming out of the timeout inside 3 minutes. And another turnover right into the hands
up the defense here
of Alexander. Nice suffocating defense coming out of the timeout. Let's see if Sussex can turn that into points. Alexander hits the deck, no call, slow to get up. And he does get up here in transition. They find the open man in Davis.
Nice ball movement by Penn State.
Absolutely made the extra pass.
Lazy pass.
Garcia, loose ball in the back court. It's kept alive as Garcia got a piece of it for Sussex. Looking to slow it down. Nope, they're just going to hit the three.
Another long three by Penn State.
And the lead is 14 with 2:15 remaining here in the first half. Unable to get it to go is Wright.
Nice offensive rebound by Sussex.
And Jordan Wright will go to the line for two. It's the 16th foul on Penn State. The next one will put Sussex in the bonus. 2:09 remaining, first half. Jordan Wright at the line, the 6'4" forward out of West Milford. It's the first.
Showing no ill effects of the separated shoulder.
No, he separated on early last week. So about a week ago. And a big part to this Sussex offense is Jordan Wright. 2:05 remaining first half, 38-26 our score. On a near backcourt violation by Penn State. They give it to Davis. Davis pulls it back out.
Okay.
23 remaining on the shot clock.
Okay, yeah.
And they lay it up and in. And the largest margin for Penn State, they have it now at 14. Alexander pulls it back out. A minute 43 remaining here in the first half. Unable to get it to go for Sussex is Sweeney. Penn State with it again here in the final minute and a half. Corner three off the side of the backboard, no good.
Sussex trying to come out of here with some points.
Greg Tompkins with it in transition. He's stripped and he's fouled. That'll be a shooting foul. He'll go to the line for two. So with a minute 18 remaining, Sussex now in the bonus. And looking to eat into this 14-point deficit as Tompkins no good on the first. Tompkins 0 for 2 at the line. 1:15 remaining, 26-40, Penn State leads. Davis with it, out near the three-point line. Good defense, they give it up. They force Penn State to move it around the arc.
Nice interior pass.
And a whistle and a foul as the ball was rebounded by Penn State. And it's going up to Sussex. No foul in the play, 54.1 remaining.
Sussex looking to capitalize going into the half.
What a basket would do wonders here for Sussex going into halftime. Alexander feeds it down inside. Wright unable to get it to go, and a rebound by Penn State. And a nice hustle play defense. And going into the stands rather. And suffocating defense being put on by Devin Sweeney in the backcourt. Scratching and crashing into the stands here on the near side. No call made by the official. Good hustle play, good defense. 35.9 remaining. About a 5-second differential between shot clock to game clock here in the first half. They get it into Devine. Who gives it up to Wright. Or pardon me, it's Lethen, pardon me. Lethen back with it. Now the 20 remaining here in the opening half. Shot clock down to 13.
Penn State with the drive.
No good. Whistle and a foul away from the ball. And it's going against Penn State. Shane Lethen, the guilty party. And Sussex will get it back with 14.3 remaining here in the first half. So it'll be a shooting foul, rather. And Sussex is in the bonus. Lethen picks up his first. Sussex has not been very efficient from the free throw line, a 1-and-1, and Alexander hits the first. He'll get one more. Shakir Alexander, sophomore on this team out of Newark, New Jersey, missing the second. Rebounded by Penn State, and it's down to 10.
They'll get one last shot before the half here. Barring a turnover.
And a loose ball at midcourt. And a hustle play and a foul called against Sussex with 3.2 remaining. And that's the 17th foul against Sussex. And Penn State will go to the line for a 1-and-1. Certainly not the way you wanted to end the first half.
Not on a foul, no. It was good hustle, though, by Sussex, trying to make something happen down so big going into the half.
Mike Fozzie, the head coach of Penn State Worthington Scranton, he was yelling from the bench his players to hurry up and get something going as the clock ran down inside 10 seconds. And rattling home the first is Lethen. And the Penn State lead is at its largest, and it's at 14. Lethen 1 of 2, loose ball. Picked up by Garcia. He'll throw it the length of the court. And he nearly got it to go off the front of the rim. And that'll do it for the first half. So
that'll do it for the first half. That'll do it for the first half. The score is 41-27 going into the half. Penn State is up by 14. Both teams came out looking good in the first half, but Penn State took a commanding lead with their dominating offensive rebounding and transition points. We're going to bring it to Jordan here. We're going to bring it to Jordan here with Coach Randy Jackson for some thoughts on how the team performed.
All right, Alex, hanging here with head coach Randy Jackson. Randy, you guys trailed by 14 at the half. You guys have been getting out-rebounded on the offensive and defensive glass. You guys have been letting Penn State pretty much run the floor up in transition. How do you guys shore it up at halftime?
We just got to start dictating tempo. A lot of it is off of our own missed shots around the basket. We're just not going up strong. We're going to the basket looking for foul calls or just flipping the ball up. And we're flopping, trying to get a foul call. We got to go up strong, finish plays at the rim, and it'll help us set and get back in transition, and then we'll be able to creep up and pressure the ball. As far as the rebounding goes, we're just trying to out-jump people. And obviously we're not the biggest team in the world, so we're not going to win many jumping contests. We got to make a concerted effort to have all 5 guys find the body and box out every time a shot goes up.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, Alex, back to you.
All right, we're back here with more second half action on EDTV20.
Everybody's doing good where you are, so I want to keep you there. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Even on the one on the wall. Hold that shot so it's off the air right there.
The play-by-play should be talking more, right? In the colors.
He talks more than
That's what I figured. Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah.
Comment on the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
At the end of the game, do a little wrap-up.
Okay.
And you can always throw it in sports.
Okay.
Then let's go to Jordan on the court.
Okay.
Then he'll throw it back, and I'll let him sign out from the court.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. No, it's very, these seats are very hard.
stop moving the camera. Ball is. You gotta unlock it. Unlock it. Right? Put your fingers on the zoom, like this. Even though you don't zoom at all. Unless she tells you. Just don't do it. Why not unlock it? You have to unlock it. You gotta go up and down. And when they're right here, you gotta look down at the guy with the ball. Unlock it right here. Look, just unlock it right here. Unlock it. Other hand over here. Zoom in and out. But you're not zooming. Yeah, you don't have to. No, put your other hand on the back of it. Yeah, put your back here. Put your other hand up here. Alright? And you move back and forth. And you following the ball is hard enough too. Trust me, it's so fast. Back and forth. Keep it as zoomed out as possible. Because if you're zoomed in, you're just not going to capture the action. You're just not going to capture it. Go. Huh? What? I'm not plugged in. I'm not plugged in. So look, you're plugged in right there. Just remember that you're one now. What number am I? Because when they start going 3, 3, what are you doing? I'm gonna be like, what? Oh, I'm thinking 1. Alright. I don't know what to do. No, what do I do?
Foul shot. Oh no, you're just getting the corner, you're off to the side, and you're just getting foul shot. You're getting the hero shot. When somebody scores on this side, you're falling back to the court, and then that, like you're following the ball, you're following the player.
Yeah, but see, you're following the player. You just follow the ball.
Yeah, I'm following the ball.
Just, that's it.
You're following. She'll tell you. She'll be like following the player, follow the ball. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's easier. I think it's easier. So I can try.
This gets uncomfortable as all shit.
No,
You're gonna have to have one leg back there, one leg up here, and you're gonna be twisting your whole body, like left and right. Don't sit on his lap. I know you want to. You need to move like an inch, just like there is other things. If they say replay, smack them. We're not always doing it at the screens. Yeah, they're not gonna. They're going to be talking, and when they're not going to know if replays go. They don't have a headset like us. So if they say thing, and then if it's like if it you got to do this when everything's going to start, they can't hear them. So if they're telling them you to do something, you have to do answers. You can't really talk to them because their headsets only cover. They can't hear a thing. They can't just tell them. You have to hit them, or you got to make like a ridiculous, stupid move.
Are you commentating or are you coloring?
I'll do it.
Oh, so you guys have this view. I'm one now for the States. When their foul shot, I'm just getting it. Or am I getting it? What do you call it? Or kind of like a back angle of them. Yeah, like okay, perfect. Yeah, I just saw that.
Right behind those green doors, yeah. On the right.
Haha.
Everybody would know. Say one thing, it's like, wow. And I mean, less and less jobs are coming up. Got it streaming online, so.
Oh, really? Yeah, I had a few players ask me about that. But, so center pound is standing the ball the whole time. How much do you get it out?
Like I say, fall down, like jump ball or anything you can do on that. But pretty much pan back and forth.
Really spec out?
In a minute, I'll get back.
How are you guys sitting in these right now?
Hey, trans.
You guys are too grown-ups, bro. Well, is there only one more half left?
Yeah.
How long? Really?
Yeah.
You're not sitting in over?
Yeah, that's good.
Nice.
How you getting in?
We're gonna get ready to go like a minute and a half.
Yeah, it's 30 seconds.
Yeah.
We're gonna run. Whenever you want to sit down, let me know. I need to stretch
Yeah,
anyway.
this is how we get ready to see.
You want to get in there?
Yeah, you want to step down and then I can just slide in behind you there. Be more wobbly.
Yeah, really. Wait, Cody, ready to give us like the shittiest one that you can fucking find. What are we going, like a minute?
Yeah, like a minute 30.
This game's going by pretty quick.
I know, it's only 8 o'clock.
Not even. It's like 5 to 8. We're getting ready to start the second half.
Any idea how to pronounce that? Or he hasn't played yet, right?
I
Alright.
don't worry about it. The guys you got to keep an eye that are like mainly playing is like 23, 1, 5. All right, that's like it. All right, we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Cream's on main cam now?
Yeah.
All right, Cream, just like flick your hand whenever the hell we're ready. All right, here we are back at Sussex County Community College. EDTV Channel 20 presents Sussex County Men's Skylanders Basketball. The Sussex Skylanders host Penn State, Worthington, Scranton. 41-27 our scores begin the second half. Penn State Worthington Scranton has dominated with the transition offense and the rebounding. Their size was too much for Sussex to handle in the first 20 minutes.
Sussex is looking to come out and score some points in transition and get some more rebounds and not be as dominated as they were in the first half.
Randy Jackson saying, "Well, we're not a big team to begin with." Whistle and a foul. And DJ Davis to the line for 2. So 31 seconds into the second half. DJ Davis to the line for 2 for Penn State. He makes the first.
Davis adding to his already impressive offensive night.
Absolutely, and he's been a force to be reckoned with on both sides of the floor.
He's having a real special game.
So Davis, 1 of 2, and it's a 15-point Penn State lead. Max Sweet with it out on the right side. Long 3 from Sweet, got it!
Nice shot there by Sweet.
And I believe that's the first 3-pointer of the game for the Scoundrels, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so too.
19:05 remaining, second half, and another foul against Sussex. So 2 fouls in less than a minute for Sussex. So not crisp defense played by the Scoundrels thus far. Simmons with it in the corner, gives it up. Davis again, could not get it to rattle home. Loose ball, Sweet with it, and Sweet dribbles up the right side, splits a couple of defenders, lost the ball, and it's outlet pass up ahead for Penn State, but Shakir Alexander with it double teamed, looking for somewhere to go with it, and he gets it across to Sweet, who breaks the half-court line. 3-on-2 developing for Sussex. Garcia stripped on the way up.
Penn State.
And Penn State with it in transition on the other end, and they finally lay it up and in.
Another transition basket by Penn State.
So that crazy melee, it only results in 2 points for Penn State. Whistle and a foul. And Sussex will be going to the line, and I believe it's Garcia, and it is.
A lot of whistles in the early going in the second half.
Absolutely, but Sussex looking to cut into this 14-point Penn State lead. And he gets the first to rattle home, does Garcia. So Sweet and Alexander getting coaching advice from their head coach, Randy Jackson, as Garcia's at the line for his second free throw. He gets it to go, and sub coming in, and it's Kenneth Davis, the 6-foot forward out of Montague. So it'll be Penn State ball, 44-32, 18-16 remaining second half.
Sussex looking to make a run here, try to cut into this lead. A lot of game left early in the second half.
They're going to have to play defense and slow down this Penn State offense as they look to have a shot. Nice feed down inside. Nice move and a hard foul.
Nice help defense by Sussex there.
Devine going to the line for 2, and he sure earned that trip to the line.
Sussex defensively coming out a little more strong in the second half. Looking to make a statement here.
Devine gets the first, and the lead is 13. And you take a look at Sussex, first game of the year. A young team, a team that's got to learn to gel, and the chemistry will come, as you figure with all teams, just within time. Jordan Wright with the offensive rebound, outlet pass to Alexander. Alexander has it swatted away. Devine, outlet pass to Davis. Davis gets it to go, and he lays it up and in.
Davis has really impressed me tonight. He's having a very good game. He's a player to watch.
Absolutely, on both ends of the floor.
Nice interior pass by Sussex, and they finish the shot.
And that's Max Sweet, lays it up and in. And the lead down to 13. Simmons dishes it to Davis. Davis Foul away from the ball underneath. And I believe
non-shooting foul.
And they got number 11 on the foul, Kenneth Davis. His second 14th foul against Sussex. Thinking about the three was Simmons, decides not to take it and gives it up. Loose ball underneath. Alexander comes away with it for Sussex.
Sussex
Odd numbers in transition for Penn State. Gives it a right, left wing three, no good.
Offensive rebound here by Sussex.
Loose ball, last touch off Penn State, and Davis was underneath there for Sussex, and will stay with the Skylanders. So Ryan Tablato with it, off the inbounds. His first action of the game, a long three from the right wing, no good.
Up just short.
Just barely grazing iron. And stepping in there, taking the charge, or at least trying to, but a blocking foul is called on Alexander. The 15th foul against Sussex. So Randy Jackson half saying, well, we got to be more aggressive in slowing down this team. I don't think he meant by fouling him every other play.
No, I don't think that's what he meant.
So Alexander picks up his first foul. And
Sussex definitely did come out of the locker room with a little more intensity, I thought, trying to make some plays on defense.
Absolutely, and the foul against Alexander, that was his first. Simmons hits the first free throw. He'll get one more. He knocks it down as well. 49-34 as we approach the 16.5-minute mark of the second half. Max Sweet, dribble drive, kicks it out to Tablato. Tablato gives it up to Alexander. Alexander back to Sweet in the opposite corner. Right. Alexander, long two. No good, off the mark. And coming in with it in transition is Simmons. Simmons straight to the glass and lays it up and in.
Yet another transition point for Penn State.
And that's been the Achilles heel for Sussex. It's a 17-point margin. Alexander, Tablato. Thought about the three. Oh, he had the open two. Decided not to take it. Dishes it to right, and he finishes. Beautiful pass indeed. Unselfish basketball by Tablato coming off the bench. Davis, dribble drive, kicks it out. Whistles. And a turnover for Penn State.
A lot of game left for Sussex. Still can make a run to make this interesting.
Absolutely, but it always seems like every time Sussex make a basket or two on it,
Penn State comes right back at them.
Absolutely. Tablato with it here on the left wing. Gives it to right to Tablato, give and go. Swatted out of there by Penn State's defense. Let hand with the defensive swats. And an offensive foul, and I believe a charging called against Davis, and it is. He gave up the ball, but he still went crashing in to the Sussex defender. Second team foul against Penn State. It's going up to Sussex. All right, Tablato playing some solid minutes coming off the bench. And Alex, I think a nice change of pace number 10, Ryan Tablato, has brought to the Sussex team.
Brought a nice spark to the team. Little unselfish basketball by Tablato.
Absolutely. All right, Tablato at a net cone. Out of the Hopaca on Lenape area. Your alma mater, Lenape Valley.
Yes.
And they're trying another outlet pass. Max Sweet getting a hand on it, and also getting a hand on it is Davis. And Davis swats it out of there.
Another turnover by Sussex.
Simmons, another outlet pass, but coming away with it is the Skylanders for a brief moment.
Hectic couple possessions there.
Absolutely, and out-of-control basketball really being played by both teams. Both teams wanted to get up and run the floor, but you can't run if you don't have possession of the ball. Corner to three, got it.
Another long shot by Penn State. They've hit a few in this game.
They've hit a few, and Sussex has had no answer. The largest lead of the game, it's 18. no timeout call by Randy Jackson. Long
Trying to
three.
answer.
Sweet does.
Sussex answers with their own long three of their own.
It's Max Sweet with a long three and just letting them drive the lane. The pull-up pop, no good. And a loose ball finally corralled by Sussex, and it's Deblotto. Deblotto to right. Right, pull-up pop for three. Off the mark. Rebounded by Davis. Who else? Davis, outlet pass for Penn State. Too high off the window, but Davis coming in behind to clean it up and lay it up and in.
Always got to keep an eye on Davis.
Absolutely, he's coming out of nowhere. And with his length and speed, and you couple that with his size, he can get up and down that floor
Nice
easy.
play by Wright there.
Absolutely, some nice ball handling resulting in the easy deuce, but Sussex not getting back on defense. Count it and the foul. The 16th foul on the Skylanders, and the next one puts Penn State in the bonus. With 14 minutes remaining in the second half. So Jordan Wright and Deblotto will exit. Deblotto picks up his first. And the 16th foul. So hitting a shot. And it's a three-point play, 59-41. Side 14 remaining. And a whistle and a foul.
Yeah.
An offensive foul against Sussex.
A walk on Sweeney.
Number 5, Devin Sweeney. He went down to the ground. I thought a foul was called on Penn State for putting him on the ground. And a foul called against Sussex for putting the Penn State player on the ground. So that's the 17th foul against Sussex. That puts Penn State in the bonus with a little over 13 and a half remaining in this ballgame. So Penn State will be shooting the rest of the way. And they hit the first. A sloppy played second half defensively by Sussex. So Penn State hits one of two. Outlet pass.
Another turnover by Sussex.
They wanted Garcia, unable to get it to him. Corner three, got it. Penn State feeling it from deep. And this team as a whole has opened up a 22-point advantage.
Sussex looking to answer.
And Randy Jackson wants a timeout to talk things over.
Penn State really turning it on in the second half here with their long distance shooting and transition points.
And Sussex thought they had a problem in the first half. With Penn State was not even shooting the three, at least with success. And now you couple that with poor defense and defensive transition. You're getting out rebounded, and then couple that with Penn State hitting the three. That's kind of the final nail in the coffin, don't you think?
The recipe for disaster.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what Sussex finds himself in, is a disaster. Down by 22 with 13-18 remaining in this second half. They've committed 17 fouls in the span of less than 7 minutes here in this second half.
Very aggressive yet sloppy defense by Sussex.
Absolutely, and there's got to be a balance. Randy Jackson probably reminding his team of that at the moment. But then again, I mean, you see the promise of this team. You're playing a much better team in Penn State, Worthington, Scranton. You know, a non-conference game, obviously. You know, Penn State coming from Scranton, Pennsylvania, and you know, not a jog right over.
Not around the corner.
Not a slight jog over the Delaware water gap by any means, but
Sussex has showed a couple players have showed a lot of promise on Sussex. There's been some bright spots.
absolutely, and
Just got to get it together as a whole unit.
absolutely, and I think Randy Jackson, I think this team will drastically see improvement as the year goes on. I mean, your first 40 minutes of basketball, certainly not the crispest, and to open it, you know, a bunch of freshmen playing in a loud building, at home,
Full crowd,
and a bunch
yes.
of friends, and playing in front of a bunch of friends and family.
Another
Laying
nice move by Sweet.
Laying it up and in for the easy deuce. And, you know, you couple that, your freshman, you don't really have that much experience, you know, playing at home, a hostile building, you know, playing against a team that already has 40 minutes in its belt, and that's very young. Penn State only has 4 sophomores on the team.
Yeah.
So, you know, growing pains going through on both sides, and another turnover here for Penn State. But if you're Randy Jackson, you certainly don't want to see any quit in your team. And
No.
Randy Jackson is certainly the kind of coach that will get every last thing out of his team.
They'll play 40 minutes for Coach Jackson every week.
Absolutely. And this entire Sussex basketball program as a whole, I mean, not only on the men's side, the women's side also getting, you know, the basketball programs here at Sussex going through change. A new coach brought in Sussex women's basketball as well, and they're looking to be revamped. Certainly they're going to be much better, and I think for anyone here at Sussex that attends the Sussex Scranton basketball games, men's or women's, I think you're going to be in for a treat in what you're going to see.
A lot of young talent here on the men's team.
Even on the women's team, I mean, you see, I mean, the talent on their side. I mean, Mike's got his women's program up and running, and he's a fiery guy, and Mike certainly, he will not let things get out of hand, and he'll certainly demand the best from his team, demand excellence and the best from his team on any given night, just as Randy Jackson will from his men's team.
Sussex looking to make a run here.
Well, they got it down to 18. Let's see if they can hit a couple baskets.
Corner three.
Corner 3 off the top of the backboard, still in play. And Davis,
another rebound by Davis.
He has been a force to be reckoned with that Sussex has not been able to contain. And another foul. It's the 8th against the Skylanders. Penn State, as we mentioned, their young team. Only 4 sophomores on the team. And talking to Mike Fozzie, the head coach of Penn State, he said, you know, we opened up on the road the other night, and, you know, he kind of figured, or no, he actually, you know, he opened up at home, pardon me, and he said, you know, it almost would have been better if he opened up on the road, you know, playing in front of a loud building, a lot of friends, a lot of family, first college game, bunch of freshmen, you know, just frazzled and just really, you know, running on a bunch of adrenaline, not really slow. He felt, you know, maybe you're on the road,
yeah.
On the road, you calm down, you're more settled, you're more focused on the task at hand, instead of being starstruck almost in a sense of your first college basketball game.
Long 3 by Sussex.
Long 3, no good.
Good.
And it's going up to it's going to go back up.
This Sussex team can go nowhere but up. They've shown a lot of promise and a lot of fight.
Absolutely.
They're not going away.
Absolutely. In a year that you went 3-24, there's a huge upside. You know, you figure you hit rock bottom last year.
3 wins.
And the Penn State coaching staff wanting a push there against Sussex and Campbell. And it's going up to Sussex. Sussex will inbound right in front of us here on the near side. 11:20 remaining second half. 19-point Penn State lead. A nice move by Alexander. Rejected by Davis.
This Davis is a force here on the defensive end.
DJ Davis, the 6'4", 205-pound forward out of Georgetown, Delaware. A force to be reckoned with. And he has left his mark
here at Sussex.
And I think, you know, coaches, players, and fans alike, you know, if there's one thing you're going to remember from this game tonight, that DJ Davis kid, the number 23, who just rebounded everything, who could make a shot, he rejected a few players.
Defensive stopper.
And another transition bucket for Penn State, and it's John Devine with the easy deuce. 21 points, Penn State lead. Alexander pull-up pop from the left elbow. Penn State right back at it. Nice hustle play. Kept alive, but right in the hands of the Penn State player. Simmons, cross court to Davis. Davis with the left hand, unable to finish. Rebounded by Campbell. Campbell pushing, slows it up, takes the straightaway three. Uncontested, barely grazes iron. So John Devine pulling it up, slowing it down as we approach the halfway point of this first half. Shakir Alexander going for a steal, unsuccessful.
No need to rush if you're Penn State with such a big lead.
Absolutely. Long three, no good. Off the back iron, rebounded by Alexander. Alexander pulls it back out. Thinking about the three and taking it is Campbell. No good, trying to follow his own shot, unsuccessful. And a whistle, and John Devine is down.
But
So John Devine down, slow to get up. And Mike Fazzi gonna make a substitution here, and he's gonna have Aslan Dixon come back in and take over for Devine, who's up and walking off under his own power slowly. And maybe took a shot to the groin area, it appeared. And
doesn't seem too serious.
no. Devine able to walk off under his own power slowly, and you wonder if he's going to see the court again for the rest of the night with Penn State being up
Nice
by 19.
move by Wright.
Wright unable to get it to go. Put back, no. Put back again, yes. Give the basket.
Wright comes up limping.
Give the basket to Campbell with the putback. Lathin.
Oh,
No good. Long shot.
Wright in transition.
Corralled by Davis. Davis outlet pass to Wright, and he got it to go. Leads 15, and Sussex playing some solid basketball the last couple minutes. Just as we say that, committing the foul is Farrah Campbell. And a 1-1, that's the 19th foul against Sussex.
No quit in the Skylanders tonight.
And getting the first one to go is Henry Cannon, a 6-foot guard out of Bloomfield, New Jersey. So he hits 1 of 2, loose ball underneath, corralled by Penn State, and getting the putback to go
Dixon with the follow.
is Dixon. And another steal for Penn State. Lethen gets it to go up and in, able to finish nicely with the right hand. And the lead just like that, back at the 20, and Penn State on a mini 5-0 run. Laying it up and in.
Right with the
Putback, no, 2 or 3 times, ball still loose. Finally corralled by Simmons. Simmons, left hand, got it to go down the left side. Uncontested defense from Sussex.
Penn State putting a little run on here to try to to make the gap a little larger.
Whistle and a 3-second call against Sussex. Timeout Mike Fazzi, and a full timeout called by Penn State Worthington Scranton. So with 8:13 remaining, it's a 22-point margin for Penn State as they lead 73-51. So if you're Randy Jackson, you figure you want to get as many guys as you can playing time. You figured, young team. This is the first game, 0-1, not going to be a big deal to climb out of it the rest of the season.
Non-conference game.
A non-conference game as well, and you start off 2 of your 3 games are at home. Raritan Bowdy expected to go there. That's a long bus ride. Not going to be making that ride down there. You're going to be home for that game, so you figure get your guys ready, get them fresh, and you figure let's gear up. And you certainly don't want to give up this game. You want to see the best we.
You don't want to roll over here in the last 8 minutes. You want to play to the final horn.
Absolutely.
And I think Coach Jackson will have his team playing.
Absolutely. Randy Jackson always demands the best out of his team, whether he's up by 20 or down by 20. In this case, he's now by 22, and I'm sure he's going to keep demanding the best performance out of him and his players. So we'd like to give take this moment and give our viewers a shout out watching on Ustream here, watching the Sussex Skylanders men's basketball matchup. Penn State Worthington Scranton up by 22 with a little over 8 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Shane Letton covered by Sweet. Gives it up. Last touch off Sussex, and it'll be staying here with Penn State. Subs coming in. Nelson Jackson checking in for Kwame Simmons. So it's Penn State ball. Loose ball underneath for Penn State.
Another offensive rebound by Penn State.
And what else has been new? Straightaway three. No good by Jackson. And coming away with it is Sussex. So Max Sweet with it. Sweet takes the long three. Got it to go. Heavily contested by Lethend. But Max Sweet still able to get it to go. And a nice hustle play on the other end, able to tip it out.
Skylanders will not go away.
Well, I mean, Randy Jackson, again, there's that will to win and that will to give your best to both from him, his coaching staff, and his team. He holds everybody in the Sussex men's basketball program accountable for each and every game.
A lot of fight here left in the Skylanders.
Devine gives it up to Dixon. Dixon loses it, gives it up to Jackson. Jackson dishes it off to Lethen, unable to get it to go.
Another offensive rebound by Penn State.
Another offensive rebound, and Jackson able to get the easy putback. Another long three from Sweet from the left wing, no good. Loose ball corralled and put in.
An offensive rebound for Sussex, answering.
Farad Campbell with the putback. And a little miscommunication by Penn State and who that pass is intended for.
Alexander.
Taking it. Offensive foul. And checking back in, John Devine after taking that shot to the groin. Taking the charge. And the 10th team foul on Sussex. That puts Penn State in the double bonus. No shooting on an offensive foul. So with 6:35 remaining here in the second half, 75-56. Penn State. Alexander on Devine. Alexander forces a turnover. Numbers
there
for Sussex. Going up and a charge. What a play by John Devine to get back and take the charge. And poor execution for Sussex on the 3-on-1. But what can you say about John Devine to take
Comes right back in after the injury and goes right back to take a charge.
There's the Max Sweet three. That was contested by Lethend and laying it up and in.
Another interior basket for Penn State.
By Dixon, and that's where Penn State has dominated on the interior on both sides of the glass. Thought about the long two. Davis kicks it back out, and Max Sweet.
Bomb by Sweet.
His second deep three in 3 possessions. And a nice.
Penn State comes right back.
Shane Lethend with a nice hesitation jumper to make the Penn State lead 20. Whistle and a foul on Lethend. And Max Sweet slow to get up at around midcourt. Take a look at the long three by Sweet. The young fellow's shown some range thus far in the last couple of possessions this evening.
Not afraid to pull up from deep.
Absolutely. Garcia gets it into Sweet. So Sweet working on Lethend, gives it up to Davis. Davis, turnaround jumper. He's fouled. Led to the line. That'll be a shooting foul, and it's the 5th team foul on Penn State with 5:35 remaining in the second half. So a couple local announcements here for Sussex County Community College. Early advisement for current students is until November 16th. See your advisor to get started. Also another reminder here at Sussex County Community College, Catholic Campus Ministry and Criminal Justice Club are hosting their annual Blue Mass on November 15th at 1 p.m. in the Student Center's Theater. So it's Penn State ball. They lead by 19. Loose ball in the corner. Corralled by Sussex for a moment. A nice heads-up play there by Davis to bang it off a Penn State defender to keep possession with Sussex. Pardon me, that was Garcia. Garcia nearly threw it away, but Max Sweet able to regain possession. Garcia, nice crossover dribble. Nice crossover dribble, though, but had his pocket picked by Jackson. Jackson with it on the right wing, gives it back up to Simmons. They feed it down inside to Dixon. Dixon kicks it out to the corner. A nice ball movement. Whistle, a 3-second call on Penn State. Excellent ball movement by Penn State Worthington. Scranton. So 4:40 remaining here in the second half.
Alexander bringing it up.
Alexander swatted out of there and right into the hands of Simmons. Simmons with the right hand finishing on the other end.
Another transition off of a block by Penn State.
Penn State's really shown their athleticism thus far this afternoon, and Garcia goes hard to the glass, and he draws the foul.
Penn State's been impressive on both sides of the ball, defensively and offensively.
Absolutely, asserting their foul against number 33, Nelson Jackson, his second. And Garcia will go to the line for two. Getting the first is Garcia. Also, one other announcement here at the campus of Sussex Community College. The producers, the play, is going to be hosted in the Performing Arts Center on November 30th, December 1st, and November 2nd. Contact Stella Turcaros for more information at 973-300-2189.
Nice transition basket there by Sweet.
So Sweet has made a few nice plays on the offensive end. Sweet with it again here for Sussex. Double teamed on the left wing. Loose ball, able to pick it up. And able to keep it alive. And Alexander with it at the top of the key, gives it up to Garcia. Garcia a little erratic. His shot goes up high off the window. No good.
Beautiful pass by Penn State there.
And we have a whistle. And subs coming in. The officials are stopping the clock for subs with a 19-point margin and 3.5 remaining, less than that, here in the second half. So another foul against Penn State. That's the 7th, and that puts Sussex in the bonus for the final 3:21. So hitting one of two is Garcia. 83-65, 3:15 remaining second half. Penn State with it here on the corner. They drive and a nice defensive play, but a foul called. And I believe Campbell was the guilty party.
Penn State still attacking even though with a large lead.
Absolutely, and Sussex finally collapsing down, making some plays defensively. So Campbell with the foul, his second. 2 shots coming up for Penn State with 3 minutes remaining here in the second half. Unable to get it to go, so they get 1 of 2. Garcia with it here on the near side. Crossover dribble. Off his foot, it appeared like.
Long 3 by Garcia.
No kick ball was called. Garcia
Gets
gets
it
it right back, and he lays it up and in.
Nice heads-up play by Garcia, following his shot.
And a near travel, and yes, indeed it was. So turnover from Penn State going back to Sussex with 2:41 remaining. .240 remaining here at the campus of Sussex County Community College. The first installment of what's going to be a long season. Certainly a good season of Sussex men's college basketball here on EDTV20. Driving the lane, driving the baseline up and under, no good.
Another offensive rebound for Sussex.
A whistle and a foul, and Devin Sweeney driving the baseline for Sussex. So Garcia will go to the line for a pair of free throws. Garcia hits the first. Another programming note here on EDTV Channel 20. New episodes of 21 Days Lenape Valley Football coming to EDTV Channel 20. 21 Days follow as a documentary following the Lenape Valley football program through their preseason and up through their first regular season game against the Hackettstown Tigers and the very successful Lenape Valley Patriots. Alex, your alma mater. Heading to Bernard's High School this Saturday for their
big game,
or rather this Friday night for their first state game. Don Smolin has a impressive 8-1 regular season record going there for the Lenape Valley Patriots. So him and his
another rebound by Sussex.
So Smolin and his boys will be tested against Bernard's. Long 3 by Campbell, no good.
Offensive rebound by Sussex.
Loose ball. Final 100 seconds or so remaining here in the second half. Campbell, pull up, pop, got it to go. And the lead is down to 14, so Sussex has quietly come back and
made this somewhat of a game.
Trimmed it under 20, yeah. I mean, it's Randy Jackson, that will and passion to never give up and play to the final horn. Being shown here, another foul by Sussex and heading to the line is Penn State for another pair of free throws.
Substitution here for Sussex. Ryan Tablato back in the game.
So he hit the first. They'll see if he can make the second one. They get them both, and it's a 16-point lead with a buck 16 remaining here in regulation. Sweeney gives it up. Loose ball underneath.
Sussex still hustling here with under a little over almost a minute left in the game.
62 seconds remaining. It's going to stay with Sussex. And Ryan Tablato checking back in for Sussex. Garcia goes up, and he's fouled. He'll go down to the ground. He'll shoot 2. 19 foul against Penn State. 86-70 our score with 58.3 remaining.
Two shots coming for Garcia.
Garcia, the 5'11 guard, 175, a local product out of Newton.
Had a nice second half.
Absolutely. Him and Max Sweet both. A nice second half for the Sussex Sounders. So he misses the second, so he gets 1 of 2, and it'll be Penn State ball for the final 52 and running. Shot clock remains on. Penn State, I'm sure, here just going to contend here to hold and run out the clock and only take a shot until they absolutely have to. They feed it down inside, whistle, and another foul.
So they got Tablato on that one.
So they hit the first and the sub coming in. And they hit them both. So the final 35 and running here at Sussex County Community College. So for the Scoundrels, they will fall to 0-1 on the year. For Penn State, Worthington, Scranton, they will get to the 500 mark and get their first win of the 2012-2013 campaign.
2 shots for Devin Sweeney coming.
With 28 seconds remaining, shot clock is off. 88-71 our score. So hitting the second free throw is Sweeney. Whistle and a travel, and it's going back up to Sussex with 22.9.
Sussex looking at the last shot here with 17 seconds remaining.
15 and running, laying it up and in.
Sweeney.
It is Sweeney, 14 and a half remaining here in regulation.
Steal by Sweeney and a putback.
So final 9 seconds and running, an 11-point deficit only for Sussex. And Alex, what are your thoughts as the final horn gets ready to send in the final second or so?
Well, I thought Sussex made a nice run here in the second half, and Sussex showed a lot of fight here in the second half. They a nice young team here led by Sweet and Garcia, and Coach Mike Fazzi's Penn State team, really impressive tonight, especially Davis. And they came out of here with an 11-point win, an impressive win for Penn State, Worthington, Scranton. A lot to look forward to for the Sussex team, real young, only can go up from here after the 3-24 season last year. Like I said, Davis had a real impressive game. The 6'4" forward out of Georgetown, Delaware. Was a real impressive force tonight.
All right, Alex, and a couple programming notes here. As again, we mentioned a new episode of 21 Days. It's going to be airing here on EDTV Channel 20 as 21 Days Lenape Valley football is a documentary following the Lenape Valley football Patriots up through training camp, all the behind-the-scenes actions of their team, going through the preseason workouts and practice, as well as through their first game against Hackettstown.
We're going to have Jordan here with Coach Randy Jackson with some post-game thoughts.
All right, Alex, thank you. Here with head coach Randy Jackson. Randy, you guys lost a tough game at home, 0-1 to start your season, but you guys came out resilient, played resilient basketball here in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, we fought until the end. I don't know if it was nerves or what was messing us up, but we were struggling to put the ball around in the basket. We couldn't finish around the rim. We were throwing the ball all over the court. We just looked really undisciplined. Hopefully it's nerves, and we got it out of us. My biggest thing is we spent a lot of time working on defense in the preseason, and for us to come out right off the bat and give up almost 90 points is something I'm not willing to live with. We're going to have to get back after it tomorrow and recommit ourselves to the defensive end of the floor and obviously rebounding.
Overall, though, you guys you did give up 90 points, but young team, and how do you think you guys are going to be able to gel and just get higher as the sky's the limit with this team? You guys have a lot of athleticism, show a lot of promise.
I think we'll only get better as the year goes on. We have a lot of guys that have been out of it for a while. Jordan had a year off before he started this year. Farrod Campbell has been off for about 3 years. We have a lot of guys that haven't picked up a ball or played at this level and organized basketball in a few years. So I think once the rust comes off and the nerves go away, we'll be able to put some things together.
And then what do you think we can expect from your team as you guys move on through the season? You guys got Raritan Valley at home. What do you think you guys can expect from your team the next couple games?
We're just going to come out and compete. Try and get better every day, starting with tomorrow. I'm going to go home right from here with Coach Sinnel and break down the game film and see what we need to do tomorrow, what we need to start emphasizing just to improve, and so we don't have this happen again with the rebounding and the defensive issues.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck on the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right, that's Randy Jackson. The Sussex County Community College men's Skylanders basketball team falls to 0-1 in tough loss at home to Penn State Worthington Scranton. Once again, we'd like to remind you our next televised game is going to be November 27th. It's going to be a doubleheader between both the men's and women's Skylanders basketball, and that's going to take place where both Sussex teams taking on Passaic County Community College, and that'll be aired on EDTV20 live and as well on Ustream. So for all you viewers tuning in on Ustream, we thank you again for tuning in and watching. Thanks again to all our EDTV Channel 20 production staff. I'm Jordan Catelli saying so long, everyone. Thank you and good night.